I imagine that this is the face that Daniel Ball made when he got rearrested for a separate gun charge after being pardoned by Trump in his participation with January 6th. You heard that correctly. This dude, Daniel Ball, after getting pardoned, got rearrested for a separate gun charge for something outside of January 6th. Imagine you got pardoned, you got out of jail for being in there for whoever knows how long, just to have to go back for something separate. Let's get into it. A Florida man, typical, pardoned for his role in the January 6th Capitol riot, was swiftly rearrested on Wednesday on federal gun charges. Daniel Ball, a haggard-looking 38 of Homosassa, Florida, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that name, remains detained after federal authorities executed an arrest warrant for illegal firearm possession, a charge that predates but emerged from his involvement in the 2021 Capitol insurrection. Now look at that. This guy already had a gun charge attached to his name when he went up there, and you knew they was going to find a way to attach that to when him being involved with what happened on January 6th. Why would you even go there? As a matter of fact, I'm willing to bet that there are several others who went up there who had charges attached to their name prior to that, but because they wanted to go be out there with Daddy Warbucks Trump, and that's what Byron Donalds referred to him as, minus the Warbucks, they couldn't resist. The arrest marks a complex legal move that suggests presidential pardons may not provide absolute protection from prosecution. Nah, you think? Initially charged with some of the most serious offenses during the Capitol riot, Ball was accused of throwing an explosive device into the Lower West Terrace Tunnel, an action that reportedly disoriented police officers and caused hearing loss for some that lasted months. The magistrate judge Robin Merriweather had previously described Ball's alleged actions as among the most violent of the January 6th attack. Yeah, because he threw an explosive device. Trump's presidential proclamation dismissed Ball's riot-related felony charges, pardoning him along with more than 1,000 other participants. However, the federal gun charge stemming from a May 2023 search of Ball's home that uncovered a .22 caliber rifle and ammunition remained a separate legal matter. Prosecutors argue that Ball's previous felony convictions, including domestic violence battery by strangulation and resisting law enforcement, legally prohibit him from possessing firearms. According to the indictment, Ball's criminal history disqualifies him from gun ownership under federal statute. Ball's brief invasion of the Capitol on January 6th lasted just 2 minutes. Imagine you did all of that for 2 minutes and look at where it landed you. Court records indicate he entered through the Senate wing door at 3:29 p.m., broke part of a wooden shutter, and then quickly exited. Later that day at about 4:47 p.m., he allegedly threw the explosive device and additional objects at police attempting to protect the Capitol. His attorney, Amy Collins, has indicated she will challenge the gun charges, arguing they are fundamentally connected to the pardoned January 6th case and that the Florida case should be dismissed with prejudice pursuant to President Trump's January 20th proclamation as to January 6th defendants per people. So there you have it. They're going to try to give him all kinds of protection. I don't know exactly how far it's actually going to go as it pertains to his situation right here, but man, oh my God, you got to be real silly. And then reading more into it, he had more criminality in his lineup with the domestic violence and all the other stuff on top of that. And because of the domestic violence and all the other charges, he wasn't even supposed to have a firearm, but he had it anyway. Man, listen, that's why they say a famous phrase that common sense is not common. This right here is the perfect example of that. You knew you had that stuff going on. Why was you up there? And notice it says 2020, so 2021. So the gun charge happened after in 2023. What? Hey, it is what it is. It's their life, not mine. I'm gonna just say, for me personally, I could not be that dumb.